Hey everyone, Andreas Park here from U of T, talking about MGT 415 FinTech. This is the first part of 2 or 3 lectures that we're going to have on payments and payments innovation. Now, payments is something that touches literally every part of commercial life, and actually of almost all aspects of your life. Wherever you want to go, where you want to shop for things, if you want to get gas, you pay rent, you want to send money to a friend, all of this in some form or another will involve payments. Likewise, receiving a paycheck, getting government benefits and also paying your taxes all involves some form of payments. So it is ubiquitous and it is central to our economic and commercial system. But most people know very little about it, and I want to change that with this lecture. In particular, this being a FinTech course, what I'm after is I'm trying to show you how payments work in the current world, what innovations exist, and what things people are doing differently, and why this matters. Now, the first thing, just to give you a picture of what is going on in the world, is this is a graph of the market capitalization of payments firms versus banks. So essentially, if you want, this is the entire market capitalization of anything relating loosely to payments. And as you can see here, in the 2020s or 2010s, most payments firms were banks. But that has certainly changed quite dramatically over the last few years. You see payments firms now make a huge portion of market cap in terms of how the market assesses the value of payment firms. And then there's also a number of FinTech firms that have now, so for the last 4 or 5 years or so, entered the mix, and they are also getting quite big. So examples for this is Stripe, Square, also the Ant Group, which recently went public and accounts for a very large part of it. PayPal is part of it. So, there's a lot going on in the payment sector. Now, one thing what I'd like you to point you to is also the change in the way people use payments in many developed countries, right? So you have here the share of cashless businesses. So these are just the businesses that go entirely cashless. In the UK, Australia, United States, and Japan, this is give or take the data that The Economist likes to focus on, and you can see how, for instance, in Britain, at the start of the lockdown in March 2020, just a few months ago, they went from roughly 10% of businesses that were entirely cashless to almost 50%. So meaning these are businesses that actually do not accept cash at all. And this search makes this shows you that there are changes, not just potentially possible, but there are real big changes going on when it comes to payments.